Hey Radical fans, Phil here for another Radical Rundown. Today's topic is hand positions, how they affect ball motion. That's a really good question, was sent in, and it's sort of becoming a little bit of a lost art with hand positions because people just go to the bag, take out another ball. Most cases, there's not a lot of different parts of the lane you can play because of the way the lanes are oiled. The patterns are usually set out to play a certain way. But, it's still really important to add that to your game, especially if you want to get to the next level. There's a lot of different hand positions, but let's talk about two really basic changes. They're not necessarily hand positions. One is tucking your pinky, and the other is not tucking it or spreading it. Tucking the pinky gets the ball to spin a little quicker. It also sets the ball up a little further on the hand, up towards the pad under the index finger. And it'll get the ball to react harder and sharper down lane. But on the opposite side of that, if you take your grip and you spread the pinky, spread the fingers, that's going to change the ball motion. It's not going to be as violent down lane. It'll be more forward rolly. And, those are two quick changes that you can easily do without changing your release. It'll happen naturally simply by the way you're holding the ball. A few other changes that you make with your hand position is, get off the side of the ball a little bit more. That'll get the ball down the lane as well without having to tuck your pinky. That changes your motion a little bit, as opposed to coming straight up the back. And a lot of people have added that to the game, especially with them throwing more and more urethane. People that play out with urethane, a lot of times they want to forward roll the ball so it hooks and sets. So those are, four different ways to make changes without having to dramatically change your release or change how you approach it at the bottom, whether you whack on it a little harder or loft it a little bit. But, nowadays, I said most people just go to the bag. My ball's not flipping hard enough down lane. They go to a more flippy ball. One of the things I recommend people to do that want to learn the game and become really good at it is, don't bring 5 balls when you go practice. Bring 1 ball and figure out how to make that ball work. And there's where you can fiddle with hand positions. That thumb position at your starting point, whether it's up at 12 o'clock and you sort of suitcase it a little bit, or you wrap it around the ball a little bit harder to change the rotation. But, those are some things you need to go work on and avoid bringing 3 or 4 balls when you go practice. Bring in your benchmark 1 ball and learn how to throw it. Try to pinky tuck. Try to hit the fingers spread. Try coming straight up the back where your thumb doesn't rotate much at all and see what it does. And then by the same token, hold it on the side a little bit more and make it rotate a little differently off your hand. This way you'll recognize what it does and how much different of a roll you'll get off your hand, and also the ball motion down lane. Hand positions is an art. If you master that, you've added a whole new dimension to your arsenal, because you have maybe 4 balls you use that have different ball motions. Now you've tweaked each one even further. So that's a good exercise to do when you go practice, and it's a lot of fun to do because you'll see different things. That's today's Radical Rundown. Put some comments in the section below and we'll keep this conversation going.